Welcome to another installment in our Samco Power Accounting Tips and Tricks video series. This episode we're going to take a look at how to set items to be inactive and the repercussions of doing so. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to enable this feature. We do this through the inventory module into setup and control information. We'll navigate down to the fifth screen, where you'll see this field on the bottom to use active flag instead of the stock code. So to explain a bit more about that, there are actually two ways you can set items to be active or inactive. One is using the stock code, and you can find out information on that in another video available through our YouTube channel. In this session, we're not going to be using that feature. Instead, we'll be using the use active flag instead of stock code. So we're going to change that flag to yes. It's then going to prompt us to reset our item inactive from stocking code. So the assumption on this particular flag is that you are using the stock code. And if you are using stock codes, this is going to replace that feature. And rather than losing all the work you may have done with a stock code, it goes through all your stock codes, the items that are attached to them, and sets them active or inactive accordingly. So in this case, we're going to say no to leave alone because we're not using it. Enter our way through, and we're done. So now it's enabled. So where does this show up? Okay, so let's back up, and we'll go to the inventory management main menu. We go into items and enter, and we're just going to bring up an item. We'll bring up item number 10. So you're going to see here that item number 10 is already set to inactive. It is red. To change it back to active, I press C, enter, add the field number to change, and it now will set it to active. If I want to set it back to inactive, I just enter I, enter, and it's now inactive. So we'll exit item maintenance for a second, and we'll show you how this is affected. So if I go F8I to view, and this is the same if you put a question mark in for the find window to look up your items, you'll see first of all on the left hand side in the zoom window that it's identifying that this is an active items. You'll also notice at the top of the window that it shows to show active only. So when it's show active only, only those items that are set to active will be displayed by default. And you can change this by pressing the F6 key, and now it will show only our inactive items, in this case item number 10. We can again press F6 and it will show all, in other words active, inactive as together. So, and we can cycle through this using the F6 key. There's a couple of other places that this shows up. For example, if I want to print by item number, you'll notice that there is now an active or inactive only flag, and that'll show up in a few places in the system as well. So it's that easy. It's as easy as simply going into item maintenance, enter, pressing I to set an item to be inactive, or A for it to be an active, or C, sorry, to make it an active item. Now, one question you probably have is, oh, well, will I lose my history? No, you do not lose any history whatsoever. The only purpose of this function is to set the item to be set to active or inactive. You won't lose any inventory history or sales history or anything like that. You can still sell a product. It's not that you can't sell a product or you can't order a product anymore. It simply does not show up on the list, like on your find windows. So I hope that helps you out. If you have any other questions, please feel free to send us an email to support@samco.com, and you have yourself a great day.